Hey guys, welcome to Reddit Brew. Today, I will be reading from the r/JUSTNOMIL subreddit, so let's jump into it. Freeloading mother-in-law refuses to move out. So, this is a really complicated situation. My husband and I owned our own separate home. My mill told my husband that she couldn't afford her family home anymore. It was built by her parents, but that she really didn't want to sell. It's a somewhat big house. We ended up selling our home and moving in with her so that she didn't have to sell. It got to a point where we ended up buying the house from her. The same day we did this, she got let go from her job. She insists she was not fired, but I think they wanted to fire her for a long time, and as soon as she wouldn't be homeless as a result, they finally did it. She's very impatient, especially with technology, and she's super brusque. The moment she got let go, she started trying to help me. I put that in quotes because she does not help just to help someone. She helps so that she can feel good about herself. And I don't like to be helped unless I ask for it. She wanted to take over all the jobs around the house I had been doing because she wasn't working anymore. But of course she doesn't do that without issue either. Every time she cleans someone else's mess, she not only has to make negative comments like, "Oh wow, this is so disgusting," but she also uses it later against you because you needed the help from her and couldn't do it yourself/right. Anyhow, all of this is not even the main reason we asked her to move out. She cannot accept being asked to do anything other than what she wants to. We repeatedly asked her to stop reprimanding our kids, as we don't agree with how she does. From nitpicking their every move, to making negative comments to and in front of them about their behavior and appearance, to downright spanking them when she knows we are against that. She made my youngest terrified to go to kindergarten because she kept telling him/saying in front of him that he was going to have the hardest time, get in trouble all the time, that the teacher would be calling me all the time, that I should just sit in the parking lot and wait on his first day so I didn't have to come back up there because he was going to misbehave so badly. He cried for 2 days before his first day because he just knew he was going to be in trouble all the time because he was a bad kid, and that whole idea came from her. So we asked her to move out in December, told her none of us were happy like this and we would help her any way we could to find a place. She made the motions to find a place, then decided she didn't have the money to. Meanwhile, she has subscriptions to Home Chef, Pretty Litter, etc., and gets packages delivered all the time, goes shopping on big grocery trips, and has more food in the house for herself than the rest of us combined. She also doesn't pay us any rent or for any bills. She then decided she was going to go live with her son in another state, then went to my husband when I wasn't around and told him that she doesn't want to live with her other son. When he tried telling her that she has to find somewhere else to live, she repeatedly said that she wished she had a gun so that she could just go shoot herself. She has said stuff like this to him and his siblings since they were children. My sister, who has a JUSTNOMIL herself, has suggested we evict her, yet it feels so weird because it's her family home. I just don't know what to do anymore. She's also been lying to her family members about us and recently hid an invitation to a family gathering from us because things were bad here and I needed a break. I only got that response about why she hid the invitation from us after she lied twice about it, first telling us she thought we already had plans, then saying she didn't know if we want to go because of COVID, even though we were all vaccinated at that point. I should also mention that she has no plans to look for another job because her therapist told her she shouldn't. She told Mill she has signs of dementia and talked her into getting evaluated by a doctor, and they found no signs of it. We suggested she at least volunteer or something, and she hasn't made any effort to do that either. She just wants to sit in her room all day. When she does come down, it's always extremely stressful. My husband has had to get emergency blood pressure meds to take before talking to her. His blood pressure goes way up when he has to deal with her and doesn't come down for hours. He told his doctor about our situation, and she prescribed the meds and asked if he wanted her to write her an eviction notice. Freeloading MIL won't move out, update. We typed out a notice telling her she has 90 days to leave. We put in there the requirement that she update us on her progress in 30 days, and if it's not satisfactory, we will have to go the legal route. We also included that the same goes if she tries making things worse around here. We gave it to her and had her read it while we stood there. She refused to take it out of my husband's hand and forced him to hold it the whole time while she read it. She kept saying, "Wow," and he finally asked, "What?" She started going on and on about all the things she's done for us, and he stopped her and told her he's not going to be guilt-tripped. She said she wasn't trying to guilt-trip him. I scoffed, and she told me to be quiet. We mentioned her not following simple rules and being dishonest with others as to why this was happening. She asked what we were referring to, and when he brought up the lying to family and not telling us about gatherings, as an example, she played dumb. We didn't bring the kids into it, as far as not trusting her with them and her ways of discipline, because she is going to be here for a short time still, and I don't want her possibly taking frustrations out on them. We told her that we had always followed her rules when it was her house and never gave her any trouble, but when it came to be our house, she just couldn't do that. She walked away leaving her door open, and my husband told her if she has any questions to let him know, then closed her door. I don't get why she acted all shocked. We told her 8 months ago the same thing. I guess she just assumed if we weren't pushing her, then we didn't mean it. My husband sent a text to his siblings letting them know we set a time limit and telling them they are not obligated to help in any way, but he just wanted to let them know. One of them, the one who absolutely hates her because of all the shit she did to her growing up, is the only one who responded, and she's pissed. I just wanted to say thank you so much for all the responses to my last post. My husband read a lot of them too, and it made us realize that we were putting her feelings and the possibility of being shunned by family above the well-being of the kids and my husband's health. So thank you for the push and the support we needed. Hoping the next few months are smooth, but highly doubting it. Oh boy, another gaslighting mother-in-law. To learn that she has been threatening suicide since OP's husband was a child is so awful. I'm glad they're sticking to their guns and kicking MIL out, but I totally understand where they're coming from morally, that it was her home, so I have no doubt that it feels really weird and wrong. But it's clearly very unhealthy for all of them. OP, her husband, and especially their children. They do not need to grow up in an environment like that, where they're constantly being put down by their own grandma. So I definitely agree with kicking her out, and I wish OP and her family the best. But anyways, that is all from me today. I hope you enjoyed that Just No Mil story with the update. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. I truly appreciate when you do, and I will see you in the next Reddit story. Bye!